So today I'm going to actually concentrate on lengthening the front of the body and strengthening the back, okay? So because we're sitting so much, this gets loosened and this gets stretched. So, or this gets compressed, I should say. The front of the body gets compressed and the back gets stretched. So I want to just do a little bit of counter with that today. And we are going to start on our, I know it sounds weird, but we're going to start on our bellies. So go ahead and come down to your belly. And those of you who are just waking up, this feels probably nice. Those of us who are midday, this feels really tempting to just lie down. So what we're going to do is let our heels fall open. So depending on how your body is made, your toes will be pointing in or out. The idea is to let it just be. I've got my chin on my hands because I need to cue you, but you can have your forehead on your hands, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Where can you just relax? And then you're going to bend your legs, let your feet flex softly, and windshield wash your feet from side to side. And you decide how fast or how slow you want to go. It depends on what you've been doing today. If you're just waking up, or perhaps been sitting the whole day, maybe you've just gone out for a walk even. And then bring it back to center. Let your legs come down, and again, keep them hip width apart, but this time place the tops of your feet on the floor and press gently into the floor, noticing how your legs activate. Even if you push your toenails down into the floor, notice the activation in your legs and release. Push down into the floor with your legs all the way down into your feet and your toenails, and release. Tops of the feet push in, legs into the floor, and release. That same sensation is going to happen in a small cobra. We call it Bhunji Vasana, small cobra. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders, elbows in towards your ribs. Bring your chest off of the floor and look down the bridge of your nose. Try to lengthen your head towards the top of your mat. And then it's going to feel weird, but lift your ears, your shoulders towards your ears, and then pull them back, and then bring your shoulder blades down towards your waist. So that's really lengthening your neck and strengthening the upper back from too much hunching forward. Come back to your breath. And now activate the legs like we just did. Legs push in, tops of the feet and toes push into the floor in our baby cobra. And release. Bring it back down. Turn your face to the other side or rest on your forehead. Now, just a small note here is if you suffer from lower back pain and that hurts like hell, try to be softer. Don't go so high with the back bend. And you might even try pushing your pubic bone gently into the floor. Okay, so we're going to take it a little bit further, a little bit higher this time, unless, as I say, you suffer from lower back pain. Okay, so hands are underneath our shoulders, lifting your torso up, look down the bridge of your nose, and then pull your head towards the top of your mat, shoulders up, back, and down, and feel the activation in your upper back. Yeah, and release it. And then we're going to let everything release. Doing it one more time. Bring the body, upper body up, shoulders up, back and down. Lengthen your head out of your body, pushing into your legs and your feet and your toes. Keep your upper body where it's at. Lift your hands away from the floor and lengthen your arms back. So this is a half lotus. Go ahead and release that down. And if it feels good, you can bend your legs and move from side to side, windshield washing, releasing your back. And we're just going to bring it in two more times into a locust, but we're going to bring it into full locust these next 2 times. So we start out in our cobra. Okay. Shoulders up, back and down. And then we lift our hands, lengthen our arms. We're pulling our fingertips towards our feet. Now take your attention to the space between your glutes and your knees and lift your legs off the floor from there. Make a Barbie doll toe, meaning push out through the balls of your feet. If it's possible, try not to look at your screen, but just listen to my voice cues. Lift a little bit more if you can. Lengthen your hands towards your feet if you can. And then release. Deep strengthening all along our spine. Go ahead and let everything feel like it's releasing. Letting go, surrendering. And then we're going to bring it into that full locust one more time. Hands are underneath our shoulders. We start out pushing into our feet and our legs. Torso comes up, look down the bridge of your nose, lengthen your neck away from your head away from your body. Bring your hands up, lengthen your arms, and then let go of the push on your feet and lift the legs from right in the belly of the hamstring. And come back to your breath. Nice and soft and complete. Strengthening the back of your body and opening the front. Good. Bring your hands back down. Go ahead and rest your forehead. Let your legs flop. Side to side or bent legs feels nice as well. Over time, you know what's best for you. Good. All right, we're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders. Lift your belly to your spine to activate your core. Keep your elbows in, come into a plank on your knees. Then you're going to push back till you come onto your knees. Now, you might not feel like you need it, but I recommend using a cushion or a pillow underneath your knees. I've got my Pride knee pad that I bought at the dollar store. What you're going to do is lean to the left side and bring your right foot forward. So your right foot is, your right ankle is in line with your knee, all right? See if you might walk your toes a little bit further. So you're starting to feel a nice stretch in the hip flexor and the quad in the front. So the key with this one to keep that back knee safe is to make sure you're not on the kneecap, but you're a little bit in front of it. Open your chest so that you can get a nice long spine. Stretching out this front body. And then we're going to turn our back toes under, frame the front foot. Now this is a little bit cumbersome, but lift up and then walk the right foot back to meet the left, and you're in a downward facing dog or V posture. So your heels are heavy towards the floors, your sitting bones are coming towards the ceiling, and you're pulling your sitting bones towards the back corner of the room. Ears are in line with your upper arms. And then you're going to lean to your right side, and you're going to bring your left foot forward. Then your right knee comes down to the floor. And again, you inch forward only until you start feeling something in the front of that back thigh. Yeah, nice and long. Feeling the posture. And then we're going to pick up and lengthen the back leg. Bring the back leg up to the front and come halfway up. So make it nice and long. Yeah, your hands can be on your thighs. Or some people have a really flexible hamstrings and they can come all the way down to the floor. Whew, I can't. Right about here, right now. Your legs are slightly bent. Exhale, forward fold. And then lengthen your back. Bring your hands to the side and bring everything all the way up for upward salute. And then hands come to your heart. This is a nice movement to do. I'd say, set your timer so that for every hour you do maybe 5, 10 half salutations, even if you can. I'll guide you through. Bring your hands to the side. Inhale from the side, bring your arms up. You can give yourself a little bit of a back bend by looking up at the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Your knees are slightly bent. Push into your feet. Inhale and lengthen your back to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your back, belly button to spine for strong core. Hands come up, meet overhead, and you look up. Ground down through the middle of your heel and reach up through your ring fingers. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. I'll do it 3 more times, and you won't even need to see me. You can even close your eyes and listen to my voice cues. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come halfway up, long back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Fingertips reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, bring your arms up, reach overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Look down at the floor, shoulder blades kiss. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last one. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, and this time, instead of coming all the way up, step it back into a plank. Now, you can have a long-legged plank, or you can bring your knees down, whatever is best for you right now. However you come down to the floor, bring your elbows into your rib cage and come all the way down. Bring your arms out in front of you over your head, and let your legs feel nice and comfortably open hip width. Bring your head up off of the floor. Look down the bridge of your nose. Lift your left leg, same as you did in your locust, in your right arm. Reach things away from one another. Reach your toes towards the back of your mat and your fingertips towards the opposite wall. And then go ahead and bend that. Bring it down. Again, we're going to move to the other side. Lift the right leg. Reach those Barbie doll toes. Lift the left leg. The left arm. And down. First set, lift and reach. And down. Second set, lift, reach away. And down. One more time each side. Lift on your exhale and down. Lift second side, reach away and down. Woo. Good. You might feel that in your back. So let it all go completely neutral. You can bring your hands to your side and your cheek to one side, and then just let it kind of flop side to side. You can even bend your legs and bring your feet from side to side. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to move my camera a bit, is come onto our backs. Yeah, good. Okay. Oh yeah, this feels tempting just to fall asleep here. Slide your knee, slide your heels so that they're almost underneath your knees. Good. Now push into your feet and lift your hips off of the floor. Bend your right arm and place it alongside your lower back. That's it. And then lower your hips back down to the floor. Some of us feel like a real intense stretch in the front of the right shoulder. So if that happens, you lift your hips and bring your hand down closer to your foot. If you still feel like you have a little bit more space, then you can inchworm your fingers up towards your shoulders a little bit more of your right hand. Try to release. And then bring your left arm up and over your head. That's it. Pick up your chin, or pick up your face and look down at your knees, and then bend your left hand, bend your left arm so that your hand comes down, the palm comes down alongside your, or underneath your neck or in between your shoulder blades. That too will depend on the range of motion you have in your shoulder. So the key with this one, which is actually called cow face, Gomukhasana, is to try to just release. Try to be super duper soft. Your hands don't have to come together. Eventually, we're going to meet up. Our fingers will meet up. But right now, on the floor now. And then to come out of it, we push into our feet, lift our hips, lengthen the right arm, lift the head, lengthen the left arm, and go ahead and bring everything down to the side or to your body, just so you can feel the difference in the shoulders. The front of the right one and the back of the left. And we'll go ahead and do it on the other side. So pushing into your feet, lift your hips off, bend your left arm, place it underneath your lower back, and your hand comes up as far as feels comfortable. You'll know right away when you lower your hips if that's too far. So settle in with the left first, making sure the front of that shoulder feels safe. Stretched, but safe. And then right arm comes up, tuck your chin, bend your right arm, and then place the palm of that hand along your back wherever it feels comfortable. So that's a tricep sort of stretch. This is a yin posture, and my teacher doesn't use the word stretch, he uses the word stress. So we're going to stress the tissues around the joints ever so gently, so that when the stress is done, the blood and fluid comes back in to heal and strengthen and to increase our range of motion. not maybe our range of motion around the joint, but rather the fluidity of the motion, of our motion, movement. Then we're going to we're going to come out of it by pushing into our heels one more time, lifting up our hips, lengthening out the left arm, looking down at your knees and lengthening out the right arm, and bringing it out, hands out to the side. Good. Feeling the effects of that. And then bringing your belly button in towards your spine, bringing your knees up towards your chest, but your shins are parallel to the floor. On your exhale, bring both of your knees over to the left side. Take your left hand and place it on top of your right thigh. And then bring your gaze over gently to the right side. Let go of your thigh. Bring your face back towards your ceiling. Bring your knees back towards your ceiling. Feel your core engaged by noticing your lower abdomen organs falling against your lower back. Keep a nice little tightness in that area as you bring your knees over to the right side. And then if it feels okay, right hand can lay on top of the left thigh. And then experiment with the range of motion you have in your neck today by bringing your face over towards the left side of your mat. We're going to let that go. Bring our face back first and then our knees. And if it feels good, unless you suffer from lower back pain. If you suffer from lower back pain, don't bring your knees in so close, but if it feels okay, bring your knees in and your face up to kiss your knees. Give yourself a big hug. And you can roll from side to side. You feel your kidneys there. If you've just had your coffee, you're going to really feel them. And then go ahead and lie back down. Extend your legs out. Let them flop open. Let your arms flop open. We're going to take just several minutes of Savasana rest. Setting your intention for your day, for the rest of your day. If you've got a few minutes, I encourage you to stay here. But We're right at our half hour, so move slowly and gently. Loving kindness to this beautiful vessel of yours that houses that beautiful soul. Ooh, as you're starting to move, I think it's worthwhile to send some thoughts of gratitude to yourself for taking this time, take this time, do something a little bit different, good for yourself, middle of the week. Come to the side if you're coming up. Use the top hand to help yourself up. That protects your neck. Yay! Namaste.